This is Al M. podcasting from the top of the world. And we have a beautiful day in Portland. It's a beautiful weekend. Mount St. Helens. Can you see Mount St. Helens? Half covered by ash. Fremont Bridge. Downtown Portland behind those trees. Vista St. Clair right over there. Yeah, the world's still spinning. Can you believe it? Who would have believed it? Who would have believed that the world would still be spinning after all the drama that we've gone through this weekend? I'm really interested to see what the regulations come down, what they say. I mean, maybe this could be good for operators, actually, if people are prohibited from filming. Oh, here comes the spy plane. And I happen to have a good camera on. That's a spy helicopter. Here he goes. No, I don't think that's not the black helicopter. No, that's not the spy helicopter, that's a different helicopter. It will be interesting to see, though, what these regulations say, because all that I was doing was answering questions, really. That's all I was doing. So maybe people will not be able to ask questions anymore of TriMet operators. So it could have some unintended effects here that could be interesting. And then there's the, well, if people can't film me when I'm driving, then that would include people can't take pictures. And that would end the whole taking pictures of TriMet operators when they're like doing it. Oh, there's that spy one. This is the spy one right there. Look at him, he's flying right over me. I think that could be Jonathan Mouse in that helicopter. He's always buzzing me, that guy. Who do you think it is? Now it's probably Marcus. I don't know. Look at him going around. Yeah, so if people can't film operators anymore, or that would include pictures too, I would imagine. So maybe operators won't have to answer any more questions from anybody because it's distracting. Answering questions is distracting, okay? Because that's all I was doing. Camera on or off, I was just answering questions. Right. And maybe this will lead to like little boxes around us so that people won't distract us, you know, just like New York City has those boxes around you. They should be soundproof, too. That would be less distractions if we didn't have to hear babies screaming and cell phones ringing and rappers rapping and mothers yelling at their kids and lovers having arguments. And, you know, it would be much less distracting for all of us if we didn't have to hear anything. So hopefully that might be an unintended positive outcome here. So they won't be able to film us anymore. So you drivers, you don't have to worry about having anybody film you if you're doing something wrong, because it will be illegal to do that. So that will be a good thing. And maybe they should have regulations about asking us questions while we're in service. I mean, maybe they shouldn't. That would be good too. Actually, that would be good. It is very distracting to have somebody come up behind you and just go, oh, by the way, where's the 400 block of Farmington? I need to get off there, driver. Oh, driver, oh, driver, what time is it? Oh, driver, do you know what time the 57 bus comes? Oh, you know. And these people will just pepper us with questions at the worst times, of course, you know. So that could be a good thing. So no more taking pictures of drivers, no more filming drivers, no more questions of drivers. So those will all limit our distractions. It will definitely limit them. But, you know, will it end accidents? Will accidents end? Of course it won't end accidents. All of the major accidents in this company had nothing to do with any of that. All of this stuff is hysteria. It's hysteria. You know, when I was driving in the 80s in Santa Rosa, we had drivers with 40 years safe driving, and they were eating with one hand and driving with the other and talking with the other, and before any regulations were known, before dope testing and all of that. Some of the best drivers I ever knew were drunks. I hate to say that, but it's the truth. never had an accident in their lives either. It really comes down to political correctness, I guess. I mean, regulations, 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 government, government, government. You see, this is where I side with the conservatives on the internet, the libertarians more than the conservatives. Government regulations are the enemy. Government intrusion on our lives is the enemy. And I'm not against the government, but I'm against the government intruding on people's lives. Now, everything has to have regulations, certain regulations. But the more regulations you have, the less freedom you have. That's always the way it is. The more laws, the more rules, the less freedom. There's no compromise on freedom.